Hi, my name is David Smith, and I'm the chair of the NABIP North Carolina State Legislative Committee. I'm excited to share some good news from Raleigh, which is a direct reflection of the investment we've made with membership dues to have one of the finest lobbyists in Raleigh, Joe Stewart, and a hardworking state legislative committee. On Friday, the General Assembly passed their biennial budget, which runs from July of 23 to June of 25, and includes two provisions of particular interest to agents, brokers, consultants, account managers, and other benefit professionals in North Carolina. First, by passing the budget, the final step for Medicaid expansion in North Carolina was completed. And that means those with household incomes below 138% of the federal poverty level will be eligible to enroll in North Carolina's managed Medicaid system beginning December 1st. Now, 138% of the federal poverty level for a household of one is someone who's making less than $20,120 a year, or for a household of four, less than $41,400. That December 1 date is just a projected one. We should have a definite date in the coming days. And we will be sponsoring a webinar for our members in partnership with Care for Carolina and the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services in mid-October to go over how this will be implemented. One important note, remember those who earn less than 138% of the federal poverty level will become eligible for Medicaid. And that means they will lose their premium subsidies through the marketplace. What we don't know yet is the exact date that will happen. And we'll hopefully have that information by the time of our webinar in mid-October. The second piece of news is the direct result of our impassioned education and work with other carriers in the state. After years of working with various state agencies, we have finally gotten a directive from the General Assembly to put together a 1332 waiver application from North Carolina. While that sounds technical, the 1332 waiver program is a provision under the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, that allows states to request variation from the ACA's various mandates and other provisions, and also includes money to support those programs if they are accepted and deemed reasonable by HHS. The budget provision mandates that the North Carolina Department of Insurance and the North Carolina Department of Health and Human Services prepare a 1332 waiver application that would have to address a number of provisions, including three we specifically requested. The first would be to create a high-risk reinsurance pool for North Carolina's marketplace and small group markets to reduce the financial risk the carriers face from individuals with high-cost diagnoses. This would allow them to lower the cost of health insurance for both individuals and small employers in the state and reduce the upward pressure of health insurance premiums as a result. We've seen it be successful in other states. Indiana just had their program renewed, and we believe it would be a great strategy to make our state's markets more competitive and more price conscious. The second provision would create a state-based exchange, moving away from the federally facilitated marketplace that we all have worked with for years, and allow us to shift from some of the issues we face when we have to deal with the marketplace and how it interacts with its carriers. And this would give us more direct control over the exchange's operation at the state level. Virginia has just recently announced their intention to move to state-based exchange, and we'd like to match what they're doing and make a place so that individual policies that are subsidy supported have a more sensitive and more reflective marketplace for those transactions to happen. The third would be something new and innovative to look at how to bring individual coverage HRAs into the small group market as an alternative to traditional group health insurance. And one of the ideas is to potentially offer a subsidy to those employers who enroll someone who might otherwise be eligible for premium subsidies through the marketplace. These are all three great ideas, and some work is already beginning on this. And I expect NABIP North Carolina will be actively involved in that process. I'd also like to recognize Senator Jim Bergen, who is not only a great ally for us in Raleigh, but also a licensed insurance agent in Harnett County and a member of our association, for his tireless work in getting this provision included in the budget this year. But before I finish, I want to share one more thing, which is big news to those offering level funded plans in North Carolina. Following a lot of debate between the various carriers and with our association, the threshold for offering level funded plans in North Carolina will drop from 20 or more eligible employees to 12 or more eligible employees beginning October 1st of 2024. This provision, which was included in an omnibus DOI bill, is a big step forward in our effort to make level funded plans available to more small employers in the state. And while we will work during the short session to make sure that employers with less than 20 employees have continuations options, we are pleased to get this positive movement to matching what's happening in the states around us. Thanks to Senator Todd Johnson of Union County for his shepherding of this important change to the General Assembly. He's another insurance agent, and we're fortunate to have him, Senator Bergen, also Senator Kevin Corbin, another NABEP North Carolina member from the western state part of the state, and Senator Vicki Sawyer from Iredell County, along with Representative John Bradley and Chris Humphrey, who make up the agent caucus in the General Assembly. Their membership in the General Assembly has allowed them to have a little expertise about the insurance issues facing North Carolinians, and we're very lucky to have them in the General Assembly. But to be frank, our success in Raleigh is entirely due to our members and your dues, which we're investing in the services of Joe Stewart, the Senior Vice President of Government Affairs for the Independent Insurance Agents of North Carolina, who we have a partnership with to act as our lobbyist for North Carolina NABEP, as well as benefit professionals throughout the state. His voice in Raleigh has given us great ability, and he is a single strong voice for agents and our clients, and that has helped us all be very successful. Again, it's my honor to serve you as the State Legislative Committee Chair for NABEP North Carolina, and to be able to help communicate to legislators and regulators in Raleigh that our perspective as agents, brokers, and consultants is the only one that can effectively speak for those who actually pay for health care in North Carolina. Our success in this session of the General Assembly is proof that we're being heard and that great things will come from that. Finally, a shout out to Michelle Wilson Reynolds, our state president, for her leadership of our state association and for working every day to make NABEP North Carolina stronger and more responsive to the needs of our members and everyone who serves the interests of those buying health insurance in North Carolina. Thanks so much and have a great day.